The first example is the connection of a PC to a web server using a switch through an Ethernet LAN. From end devices, we add a server and a PC. Then, from network devices, we select the switches and choose the PT switch. Next, from connections, we select the straight-through cable to connect the server to the switch, and the PC in the same way. Avoid using automatic medium selection, as it prevents port choice. Selecting a specific one is better. Now we enter the server, select desktop, then IP configuration, and enter 192.168.0.1 with mask 24. We follow the same procedure for the PC, but we enter the IP address 192.168.0.2 with mask 24. We check in the server's services that HTTP is enabled. We also verify connectivity from the PC to the server. We run the PC's web browser. Packet Tracer sometimes shows an error, but it can be ignored or you can click Wait. In the URL, we enter the server's IP address. The server responds with the web page, and we can navigate through the options. Later, we will use other servers with DNS to replace the IP. Once finished, we save the topology and exit. The second example is the Wi-Fi connection of a smartphone to the server through an access point. From the previous example, we remove the switch and PC, adding a wireless access point and a smartphone from end devices. The smartphone connects automatically. For the server, we must use a crossover cable to make the connection. We enter the smartphone in config, then wireless 0 to set a static IP, 192.168.0.2 with mask 24. Now, in desktop and command prompt, we verify the smartphone's connectivity with the server. Then we open the web browser. We check that it connects to the URL 192.168.0.1. Everything works correctly. We save the topology and exit. The third example shows the use of a DSL connection through a telephone line, connecting a server with a PC. We reuse the server configuration from the previous example and add a hub from network devices. It could also be a switch. From WAN emulation, we add a PT cloud and also a DSL modem. Then, from end devices, we add a PC that will connect via DSL. We enter the PC in config to configure fast Ethernet 0 with static IP 192.168.0.2 and mask 24. We use the straight-through cable to connect the PC to the DSL modem and also to connect the server to the hub. Then we select the crossover cable to connect the hub to the cloud and a phone cable to connect the DSL modem to the cloud. Now we enter the cloud, then config and DSL. We see the connection from port modem 4 to Ethernet 6 and click Add. Next, we make sure that in the Ethernet 6 options, DSL is selected as the network provider. Then we enter the PC. We go to the PC in desktop and command prompt to verify connectivity with ping. Then we open the web browser. We enter the server's IP in the URL. The server page loads. We save the topology and exit. The fourth example shows the use of a cable modem using a coaxial connection to the cloud, connecting the PC and the server. We reuse the previous example. We remove the DSL modem and replace it with a cable modem, both from WAN emulation. We use a straight-through cable for the cable modem to the PC and a coaxial cable from the cable modem to the cloud. Now we configure the cloud, enter config, then Ethernet 6, and change the network provider from DSL to cable. Next, we configure the cable, find ports Coaxial 7 and Ethernet 6, and click Add to make the connection. Then, we enter the PC in Desktop and command prompt to verify connectivity with ping. Then we open the web browser. We enter the server's IP in the URL to request the web page, but there is no response. We must check what happened. We recheck the cloud configuration regarding the cable modem. Connectivity is correct. It must be a packet tracer delay updating connections. We try again, and everything works correctly. We close and proceed to save the topology before exiting. Sometimes, you have to wait for the connections to update. In the fifth example, we will connect two switches using multi-mode fiber optic for distances under 500 meters. We keep the server and PC from the previous example and add two PT switches supporting multi-mode fiber optic. We use a straight-through cable from connections to connect the server to switch 0 and the PC to switch 1. From connections, we select multi-mode fiber. This is because each switch has modules for this type of fiber. We connect the multi-mode fiber from switch 1 port fast Ethernet 4 to switch 0 port fast Ethernet 4. It is worth mentioning that ideally it would be a gigabit Ethernet port, but the PT switch has fast Ethernet as the default port. Now we enter the PC in Desktop and command prompt to verify connectivity with ping. Then we open the web browser. We enter the server's IP in the URL, and everything connects correctly. We save the topology and exit. As usual, in the Home PT Saves directory, we will find the newly created PKT files. That is all for this video. If you liked the video, subscribe, leave a like, and turn on notifications. See you in the next video.